There can be many hazards when working in a lab, but with proper lab techniques and etiquettes, you can significantly reduce your risk of becoming injured. This video will demonstrate how to help you and your peers stay safe while working in the lab. It should be noted that foods and drinks are not allowed in any part of the lab. You may have a bottled water in your backpack in the lab, but if you need to drink the water, you must wash your hands, bring your bottled water outside of the lab, then consume it there. In each lab session, you are required to bring with you your lab menu, your notebook, stationery, lab goggles, and lab coat. You should never wear open-toe shoes and shorts or skirts. If you have hair at or beyond shoulder length, you must tie them up. Don't wear things that are dangling. Gloves will be provided in the lab. Please put them on when you are performing experiments, but take them off if you are to leave the lab, even if it is just for 5 seconds. At any time, if you need to bring samples to another lab, leave one glove on to handle the samples. Use your ungloved hand to touch the doorknob, elevator switch, or light switch. Do not touch any public area with your gloves, as you may contaminate them. It is very important to have a clean and organized lab bench before beginning your experiment. Your samples, prepared solutions, glassware, and required instruments will be set up on your bench. Some weekly used supplies may be stored in the cupboard under your bench for convenience. Some reagents and supplies are common, being set up at a designated area for sharing. A messy bench like this is not acceptable and can easily lead to accidents. When weighing your samples, bring your beaker or Erlenmeyer flask to the balance. Use a weighing paper or weight bowl to weigh the appropriate amount of solids. Transfer immediately to the beaker or Erlenmeyer flask before walking back to your bench. Place any used weighing paper or weight bowl directly in the garbage bins. Do not walk around the lab with chemicals on weighing paper or weight bowl. This will easily cause spills. Never leave unknown solids on weighing paper or weight bowl unattended. This can cause injuries, burns, and intoxication if others come into contact with these solids accidentally. Never put extra reagents or solids back to the original container. You will contaminate the whole bottle. Please consult with your instructor or TA for proper disposal method. Immediately close the reagent bottle after use to minimize exposure to air. Some reagents are hygroscopic and some are easily oxidized, so leaving the bottle open can deem the chemicals unusable. Never swap bottle caps between reagents. This can lead to explosion and fire if reagents have a vigorous reaction with each other, even at very low amounts. Put things back where you find them. This applies to all general supplies such as reagents, scissors, paraffin, and etc. Label with tape all the glassware containing solution, including DD water. You can fold in one end of the tape so it is easier to remove after. Do not label on the glassware directly with Sharpie, as it will be difficult to remove. Unlabeled glassware will lead to serious accidents when spills occur, since no one can identify the solutions. These unlabeled glassware have unknown liquids in them. If you accidentally spill them, you will not be able to identify them. In this case, you have to treat it as the most hazardous material.
In minor cases, no or poor labeling can lead to unsuccessful experiments, while in extreme cases, it may lead to greater consequences, such as evacuating the whole building and calling 911.
Solvents and acids must be handled in the fume hood, never on the bench. Samples containing these solvents should be kept to minimize exposure prior to removing from the fume hood. Never leave glassware on chest visor top, fridge top, or any flat surface of instruments. These are not your bench space. The white tray is for unused and clean glassware. You should never put any dirty glassware back in the tray. Rinse used glassware and place in designated bins near the sink for washing. Clean up your bench area after the lab. Unplug any instruments and place them on the cart for storage. Properly dispose of consumables in the appropriate bin. Glass waste should go into glass waste bins. Microbiological waste such as bacteria-inoculated agar plates need to be autoclaved before disposal and should be placed in the autoclave waste bin. Most samples, except microbiological samples, can be discarded in regular garbage bins. If any part of your sample or reagents contain solvent with halogens, such as chloroform and staining solution for SDS page, you need to dispose of them properly in the halogenated solvent waste container, even if there is a very small amount. Any regular solvent like methanol, hexane, and etc. should be disposed in the non-halogenated solvent waste container. Dilute acids and bases can be disposed directly down the sink with plenty of running water. Strong acids and bases, at small quantities, can be neutralized first and disposed down the sink with running water. Alternatively, acid or alkaline waste containers will be provided in the film hood. If you are unsure about the correct disposal method for any of your sample, reagents, or solutions, consult with your instructor or TA. Never discard any solvent in garbage bin or down the drain. This can cause injuries to the janitors and damage the pipes.